I welcome you all to the talk show Happy Minds and Abundant Lives. This show is all about the experts from different fields or similar fields sharing their knowledge on a specific topic. So, I'm Suchita Sanjay, a clinical hypnotherapist and a mindset coach, also trained in the yogic approach, and I'm the host for today. I take pleasure in welcoming my dear friend Gracienne Jean Pierre from USA. She's a certified family nurse practitioner, both a health consultant and mind body provider for the last 30 years. And Gracienne specializes in mainly health restoration and the powerful connection between the mind and body. She has received her training from Arizona Center for Integrative Medicine in Tucson, Arizona, under the supervision of renowned integrative medicine practitioner, Dr. Andrew Weil. Gracienne is dedicated to helping her clients reconnect their minds and bodies to restore balance in their nervous system, enabling true healing and vibrant living. Her holistic approach integrates the mind, body, and spirit, making her an advocate for self love and well being. One of her favorite phrases, my dear friends, is let's love ourselves and let us also spread love. And it's such a beautiful phrase, and I love it. So, the topic for today is healing with love. So, welcome to you, Gracie.
Oh, Shashita, thank you so much for the opportunity to share space with you and your audience this morning, my morning, probably nighttime for you. And it's truly a pleasure. I am grateful. My heart is so full this morning, and I cannot wait for us to chat.
That's really lovely. And here's my first question to you, Gracie. And that is about could you just explain how love can heal the mind and body?
Oh, that's a very nice question. We have a little echo, so I have all my stuff log off. So, okay. So okay. So how love, the science of love could heal the body. You know, the heart, when we are born, we are on utero, the first thing that come to life is the heart. The brain doesn't come into place until like the third trimester. And they measure the biofield, the heart bio energy field extend 3 feet away, where the brain extend one inch. So when one focus on your heart, the love and the feeling that you get from your heart, and you focus on that, and you create a connection between the heart and the brain, you have the ability to release wonderful chemicals such as oxytocin, dopamine, and all that to the cells, the organ, the tissue, which in turn causes the body to immune system to be stronger, inflammation to go down. You become less stressed. You become less anxious, less panicky. So this is how this love energy, the highest energy of all, coming from the heart, feeling the heart, because people sometimes say they visualize, but when you feel the heart, those chain reaction could happen to the body to really feel healing.
That's really very wonderful. Thank you for explaining this. And my second question to you is what are some of the practices that people can implement in their daily lives to amplify love for healing?
Okay. You know, to be able to heal through love, first and foremost, you have to love yourself. And because I truly believe that if one don't know how to truly love themselves, it is extremely difficult to really show love to your cells, your organ, your tissues, your nervous, all your systems that they have in the body. And some of the practices, that's wonderful that I get to ask some question later that we're going to be discussing is the practice of being present within and to understand the body. Meditation is one area that really will help you connecting with your heart. There's something that I use with my clients called the heart map. That's another thing to connect. Being in nature, being in gratitude, showing kindness and compassion to yourself and others. This is some of the practices that could help you really connect with your heart and the love energy to heal your body.
That's absolutely right. But in the current scenario where everybody are so embroiled in their work pressures, and they don't even have time to go out in the nature or connect with nature. And how important is it for them to connect with nature and also start spreading that love energy within them?
Yes, yes. I think, life is busy and we all are busy. But I think once one become aware, the awareness, the consciousness that there is something going on, there's something bigger than them, and starting with small little step, just like going outside and doing the lunchtime and taking a nice deep breath, because that's showing love to yourself,
Yeah.
showing love to yourself in nature. Just little things like that could really help somebody in that path to create that self-love, to be able to extend it to the others in your community.
So, what is your practice? How do you spend time in nature?
So I do a lot of stuff, Shushita. I do in the morning. I wake up. I listen to some affirmations through my own voice, and I listen to it for at least a good 30 minutes. That's showing appreciation to my body, the love for my body. Then from there, I project it to my family and my community, and that's one thing that I do. I'm going a nature walk all the time, meditation, my yoga practice, reading stuff that are very nourishing to my mind and to reprogram my body. So those are a few things that I do to really tap into it.
Yeah. So my go-to habit is to sit on the grass without any mat below and absorb the earth's energies and also hug trees as and when possible. Yeah.
You getting that good energy feels from the earth and from the tree. That's just pure gold. Pure gold.
So
Pure gold.
my next question to you is, how can you, spread that feeling of love from yourself to your family, community, and the world?
Oh, that's a great question. I think from just to spread it from yourself first, to start with yourself, because your cup has to be filled over to be able to give to your family and then give to your community and to the world. A simple way to do that is to be kind to yourself and to be kind to your family, your community, and the world. And how do you be kind to yourself? Just taking the time to breathe. That's to recognize that you're breathing. That's kindness to yourself. To your family, by you doing those behavior, your family is watching and learning from your kindness. From your community, when you go outside and you be around other people, to show them kindness by just a simple smile, or in that ripple effect, that love energy just go beyond our community, because indeed we are all connected to one source.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are the three main takeaways that you can give to our viewers today to increase the quotient of love to heal their body?
Be present with yourself. Listen to yourself. You have to start with yourself first, and it might be difficult to start. Don't start too fast so you don't get discouraged. Start slowly, just by loving yourself, doing one act of kindness to yourself per day. And it
Yeah.
could be anything from making yourself a nice cup of tea, to go outside, like Shishita saying, just sit on the grass for a few minutes, or to just be. Sometimes you don't have to do anything to show love to yourself.
Absolutely. That's so profound. I hope our viewers are absorbing all of this and making notes of it so that they get some tips to start increasing the love quotient in them to heal themselves. And
Mhm.
So, is there anything else as a takeaway that you want to give, Gracie?
No, I think this is the main thing. Is my favorite phrase is, love yourself and go out there and spread love to others, and that's one step that we could change our community, our family, the world, and everything else by starting with us.
Yeah.
Yes, that's wonderful, Shashita. So now I do have some question for you, if you allow me.
Yes, definitely. Here we are here to share our views on a same topic, though we belong to different fields, so that people can gather that knowledge and use it for their better use. Yeah.
Yes. So, what came to mind when I was talking and talking about preparing to this live with you is you're doing such wonderful work with hypnotherapy, and I want to ask you, what do you think some people it's find it so hard to love themselves?
Yeah, there are many factors to it. The first thing is social conditioning. Sometimes they're made to believe that they are not worthy enough of love.
Mm-hmm.
Or it can also be unmet needs during their childhood. And it can also be attached to some kind of shame or guilt because they've gone through some kind of abuse and they're just not able to forgive themselves. Although sometimes they are not responsible for it, they hold themselves responsible, and guilt overpowers and does not allow them to love themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, I think even body shaming, they don't appreciate themselves much. The fear of being judged is really a pandemic type nowadays. I've been sharing this with everybody in all the podcasts because fear of being judged is something that is overpowering people and just holding them back from allowing themselves to love themselves. So, and sometimes it is also coming from a dysfunctional family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
haven't had the feeling of love, or they've shut themselves off because they feel it is too dangerous to love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So these are some of the things that I have come across during my own, tenure
Mm-hmm.
as in this profession.
Yeah, that's interesting what you say about the pandemic of feeling that you're being judged, because I have this book that I'm reading for the third time called The Four Agreement. You're probably familiar with it. Be authentic with your word. Two, be I always forget this one, but I'm going to remember it. To be authentic with your word. Do not worry about anything others said. Be Do your best. Don't assume. Those are the four agreements. So it's interesting because whenever I feel like I'm being uh, shame or feeling guilty or feeling judged, I go through that. I say, I'm not responsible for anything that other people think about me. So that seemed to help me. But I'm going to move on. I want to know more about how what how can they overcome that those feelings, how they can overcome that with changing their thoughts, because everything starts with a thought. So how can they do it?
The first thing that they have to do is accept themselves. And more than just accepting who they are, they also have to start accepting their flaws and be flawsome. So, and the second one is to embrace as is, whoever they are. And the third one is to give at least one praise, self praise to themselves every day, because that matters a lot. Because
Yeah.
our mind always listens to whatever we tell ourselves. And
Mm-hmm.
that becomes more important than what somebody else tells us.
Yeah.
And I strongly advocate the use of mirror exercise, wherein I just tell my clients to stand in front of the mirror and start telling themselves, I love you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
they do that, it's so powerful. It is because I also tell them to pay attention to the emotions that they are getting out of themselves when they say that.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. I do practice that the mirror exercise. It's powerful. It is extremely powerful to really overcome your thoughts, those thoughts. And that's why I do the affirmation. The affirmation is important in the morning, first thing before you even get out of bed, is to do those affirmations, because your repetition is work a lot. So thank you. Those are very good good tools.
Yeah.
But but the other thing I'm so curious about is your work in hypnotherapy. I was listening to someone of a podcast, and it was an amazing podcast. So that kind of bring me to the other question, that my curiosity: can hypnotherapy help people to overcome those self hate, or to come from self hate to self love? Like, can they go from that by by doing hypnotherapy or getting a hypnotherapy session?
Absolutely, they can move over. It is because hypnotherapy helps us to reveal what is holding them back in the subconscious level. So, identifying the root cause becomes a core of the hypnotherapy practice. Once that is identified, when they're in the same hypnotic state, a rewiring of the subconscious is done. So, anything that is done as a rewiring during that state is there to stay. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely, hypnotherapy is very, very effective in helping identify what is the root cause and also rewiring the mind for better thought patterns. So it's like coding and rewiring and imprinting better thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And for in hypnotherapy, what happens is a repetition is also done. So
Mm-hmm.
when the mind definitely learns by repetition. So certain commands are given as a repetition. So the moment they have a customized therapy recording to listen to, that becomes their pattern, as and when they start listening many times. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It makes sense, because I think Dr. Bruce Lipton, the biology of beliefs, he talks a lot about thoughts, and I think one of the articles that he said, that podcast, he said that hypnotherapy is one of the best way to reprogram your mind, your subconscious mind, which is the work that you do. So that's excellent. Oh, that's beautiful. So we have hope that if we don't feel like we are at the level that we love ourselves, that divine self that we have, that we have hope that there are tools and opportunity to reprogram that. So thank you so much, Rashida.
So, is there anything that you want to tell our audience before we sign off for the day?
I think what I want to share this one thing with your audience, which is very, very simple. Whenever you are feeling shame, doubt, anxious, you're not feeling yourself, there's a simple little practice that you could do, is to put your hand on your heart, feel where your heart is, and breathe in a positive feeling or renewal feeling such as joy, love, happiness, calm, and then breathe that in 4 times. The first time you give it to yourself because you need that love or that courage, that compassion and kindness. And the second time when you breathe in, when you breathe out, you give it to your family. And the third time, so on, you give it to your community, and the last one, you give it to the world. You could do it anywhere you are, anytime you are not feeling yourself, with your eyes open. No one will know what's going on. So I hope this little tip helps.
Oh, this is wonderful. I just did it while you were telling, and I felt really very good in the heart. And I could just feel that vibration go all the way up to the mind too. So,
Mhm.
it's a very effective tool and technique. I think people should save this video if they want to follow it later. Yeah. So it was
Yes,
really Gracian. Thank you for this wonderful tip.
yeah. Thank you so much, Rashida. It's wonderful to share space with you today. I praise one day that our heart will connect um, in person.
Yes, we've known each other for a couple of years now, and I think sometime we should meet. And
Yeah,
it's been wonderful knowing you, a beautiful person inside and out. That much I can tell you.
yeah. Same
So
here.
thank
Same here. Same here. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being around in this show and providing value to my viewers. Thank you.
Gratitude and love to you, Shashita.
Thank you.